Today I will review the Gold Reaper EA, one of the most popular EAs on the MQL5 Marketplace. To be honest, I don't trust the MQL5 Marketplace that much and I rarely buy EAs from there because anyone can upload anything. But one of our VIP users recommended the vendor Wim, so my team started testing 4 EAs on a demo account and 3 out of the 4 are profitable. But there is something special about the Gold Reaper that grabbed my attention, and that's why I'm putting it on a $5,000 live account with IC Markets. And before I show you all of the tests and results, please double check and make sure you're subscribed. It helps us a lot to build the capital needed to test more and more EAs on demo and live accounts, so you can choose what to trade based on real results, not manipulated track records. So thank you for that. And here is my live account with the IC Markets where I have the Gold Reaper version 4.3, and you can see that there are 9 strategies in this expert advisor. What's interesting is that those are trading with different lots, and this is because of the inputs I selected to use. And actually I'm using the default settings. The only 2 changes I've made was to change the trade frequency. By default it was set to auto, but the vendor recommends moderate or intense, so I stick to moderate at least for the beginning, and then based on the performance I might increase the trade frequency. And the other change I made was to increase the max allowed total drawdown. So by default it was 30, and this is related as well to the lot size calculation method. So you can use a fixed lot or use starting lots, and then you will predefine with how much you want to start. Basically we run just the back test with 0.01, but then if I stick to the default method of max allowed total drawdown and I change it to 50, the EA will automatically calculate with how many lots to start each strategy. And you can see that, for example, strategy 1 starts with 0.03, strategy 2 with 0.06, strategy 3 is with 0.05, and so on. And this is because the vendor developed the EA so the strategies are balanced, meaning each one running at a specific lot size. So for example, strategy 1 trades on the daily candles and it will execute around 3 trades per month, while strategy 7, for example, trades on H1 and it does more trades. Also, the vendor suggested that strategy 9 is very risky and he's not trading it, so I'm definitely not trading it as well. And you can see that with the moderate trade frequency, the last 2 are just disabled. If I go to extreme or high risk, then I will include those in the trading, right? And the third method that you can choose to calculate your lots is max risk per strategy. Then you are going for this option, and from here you can decide how much you want to risk per strategy. So basically I am running the default settings with max allowed total drawdown, but I increased it from 30 to 50, and as well based on the vendor's recommendation I switched to moderate trade frequency. What's interesting is that after I placed the expert advisor on the chart, many pending orders were placed on the toolbox, and if I zoom you will see that these pending orders are above the recent highs and below the recent lows. So I have many buy stop orders above this high as well, and many sell stops below this low and this low. And this is how most gold scalping bots work: to detect the recent highs, the recent lows, place pending orders, and quick trades if the gold breaks these recent lows or recent highs. However, there is something special here and I'll show it to you. Now if I show it the back test, you will see what a balance line we have, and particularly what an equity line we have. It stays really close to the balance line. Really impressive. If I go to the settings, you will see that for the purpose of the video I wanted to show it the back test for the last 1 year year and a half, nearly 2 years of a backtest. And the drawdown, look at that. The equity drawdown relative is 2.27. Very low drawdown. At the beginning it was really hard to believe, and I asked my team to backtest the Gold Reaper with all of the strategies and with each strategy separately. And here are the backtest results. So you can see that with all of the strategies trading on $1,000 live account with 0.01, and that's for the last 5 years or 60 months, we have a profit of 4,663 with a max drawdown of 361. And if you look at the strategies, how they backtested separately, you will see a very low drawdown with most of them. Sam, I'm looking at the backtests you've sent me this week, and there were some good ones, but there is particularly this set of backtests for the Gold Reaper. It's too good to be true. I see the drawdowns are very small, and the return to drawdown is really good. And I've also checked the demo account, and I saw that we are making 3% a month on the demo account. Did you have the chance to have a look at it?
Let me just jog my memory. I've done a lot of backtests. Oh yes, I remember this one. Yeah, it does look great. So it's one of our, we had it running on, I think it was on demo we've got it on, you said.
We have it on demo until the
moment. We had it on demo, it did pretty well, which meant it was time for back testing. And I took a look at it, and I took a look at the settings, and I've run a back test with what we're trading on the demo. But I always have a look at the settings, of course, and I saw that in it, much like the Forex Gold Investor, there's actually a few systems.
I think 9 systems in there.
There's 9 systems. Yes, I ran quite a lot of back tests to test each system individually, just to see what that was back.
And the demo we are trading all of them together.
The demo we're trading all of them, but we're trading the default settings, which is moderate risk. There's risk levels, and what it looks to be is the moderate risk is trading all of the low risk and the moderate risk settings. So that system, I believe 1 to 6. If you traded the low risk, you'd only be trading system 1 to 3, and it would of course be lower risk but a lower return. And high risk, you'd be trading all the systems and you make more return.
And this backtest is for 5 years, because it's really low drawdown. I noticed.
This isn't a grid system. This is a kind of gold.
And it's not. I noticed that it opens trade sometimes at the same time. I think it's because of the different systems, and it will close at a different time.
Yeah, each system.
So it's not adding to the position. It's not a grid martingale.
So you don't get these big equity drops either. That drawdown is more of a balanced drawdown than an equity drawdown, you know.
And I actually didn't ask Sam to backtest it until Easy Algos added it to their platform, because they carefully select which expert advisors to list. And once I saw the Gold Reaper, I recognized that we are trading it on a demo account with some decent results. But here is the vendor's track record. You will see that it aligns pretty much with the backtest. There are no huge drawdowns. According to the vendor's track record, it made 190% profit, and the drawdown was about 16.78. Now, if I show the Gold Reaper on the MQL5 Marketplace, you will see that it has a pretty decent rating, 4.51. There are plenty of reviews and comments, but as you know, I don't really trust those because they can be easily manipulated. I don't say they are, I have no idea, and that's why I don't check them. I prefer to depend more on my demo trading and on our backtesting results. However, I'll leave it on you if you want to go over it. The most important thing that I noticed here, it says no grid, no martingale, no risky money management, and I'll show you in a second how exactly the Gold Reaper works. But if you don't want to pay the price you see on the MQL5 Marketplace, you can use the Easy Algos platform, because if you fund a 5k account with IC Markets, you can trade any of the EAs for free. And the best thing actually is that I don't need to fund 5k each time I want to trade new expert advisor. I actually fund it 2 live accounts until the moment. I tested the easy AI, I tested the fast way, but they couldn't really make 2% per month with low risk. So now in one of the accounts I'm trading the Quantum Starman, and now I'm gonna be trading the Gold Reaper. So let me show you exactly how it works. So here is the space tracker with the Gold Reaper. As you can see that we started trading this on the 21st of January, but we already can see that it makes above 2% a month. It executed over 30 trades and it traded over 30 days, which is good enough for us in order to start backtesting it, analyzing it further and trading it on a live account. And that's the demo account. And you can see what an active trading we have over here. However, pay attention to that. There are no open trades hanging in a floating loss. There are plenty of pending orders, but the trades close relatively fast. And here in the panel, we can see what is the profit loss per trade for every strategy. So the longer this demo account is trading, the more we will know which is the best strategy from all of those. And because in the demo account we always run the default settings, you will see that the method we used here is max allowed total drawdown. Actually not with 30 but with 15, just because we wanted to see if we decrease this max allowed total drawdown, how the EA automatically calculates the lots. And you can see that with the first strategies, actually the lots are different from what I have in the live account, where I have 50%. And if I show you the account history, you will see over 30 trades, and you will notice that some of them executed with 0.03 and most with 0.01. If I add the column comment, we will see which strategy executed the trades. But I want to ask my editors just to pause the screen now for a couple of seconds. Just pause the screen here and let me know, guys, do you notice something very interesting and different? Okay, enough pausing, I'll let you know what it is. If you notice these two trades, they opened at the very same time on the 27th of February and they closed at the very same time. Okay, but this is not a grid martingale because these two trades were opened from different strategies. Strategy number 6 and strategy number 5. Also, right in here we have 4 trades that opened on the 17th of February. They opened at the very same time, the exact same second, but they closed at different times. Actually, the first 2 closed at the same time, but the other 2 closed a little bit later, and all of them were executed by different strategies, which means that the different strategies inside the EA might open the trades at the same time, they might close at the same time, but some of them actually might take a longer move. They will close at a different time. So that's not a grid martingale system. That's a really interesting approach in my opinion. And of course, it is up to you how you want to trade it. Make sure you backtest it yourself. Check out the track record on the algo trading space platform. As you know, it is always there publicly and we don't hide anything, and we are capable of doing this because of you guys. Thank you very much for following me until the end of the video. Before you go, check out this video on my side and you will learn more about the Quantum Starman, which is another great EA you can trade via easy algos on IC markets. And I wish you safe trading. Don't forget I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.